Hello, Dark Moon Dollies. It's me, Dark Moon Doll. I just want to come by and say hello and see how everybody is doing today. It doesn't matter what day it is here or what day it is where you're at when you're watching this. This video is timeless. I like to be able to set this up a little bit so I'm not just holding it with my arm. So I'm going to push pause. I know it's been a while since I've made a video. Excuse me. I've been busy with a lot of creative adventures here. So I'm going to put this on pause and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. This is the beginning of spring. Actually, the beginning of spring was March 21st, last month. So I should say spring is in full sway because now it's April. What is it here right now for me? Today's April 25th, 2026. Let's mark this date. Um, it's a very cloudy day today. Breezy, but the air is very fresh today. And I like that because lately I've been having some difficulties with being able to breathe really clearly. I know it's the allergens in the air, the pollen, the mold, and all that kind of stuff. But I found ways to soothe those irritable symptoms, irritating symptoms. Uh, I found that naked juice, um, whether it's the blue machine or the green machine, if I drink that all day, I don't have any allergy symptoms. I don't have this uh, kind of like clogged nose, but not, I don't have this itchy, watery eye thing going on when I drink the naked juice, whether it's the blue machine or the green machine. Because I feel like what both of them have in them is packed with so many vitamins and minerals that helps fight against all these symptoms that you're having. I mean, that's the only way I can really explain it clearly is that, like, because one day I was having a really bad, severe allergy attack. My nose running, eyes itching. And then I went to the store because I had to go grocery store shopping anyway. I went to the store and something told me instinctively, and I think it's my ancestors, to get one of those blue machines, and I got the biggest one, the huge one. If you guys know Naked Juice, you know what I'm talking about. The huge one. I think it was like $4.99, almost $5, but I'm worth it. You know what I mean? You got to get to this point in your life where you say, I'm worth it, instead of, oh God, that's too much. If it's healthy and it's going to help you to continue to be on your mission here from, the spirit team you have, sometimes you just gotta go, okay, I'm gonna do it because it's gonna make me stronger and healthier. I used to like be resistant to buying it because it was $5, about $5. But what is $5 really these days? You know what I mean? The value of money has really changed over the years. I mean, inflation and all that great stuff. Not so great stuff. But yeah, I found that that really works effectively. I think because it's this power with all kinds of vitamins and minerals that builds up my immune system. And that's what it is. It builds up my immune system, so I'm immune to allergies. I remember having the same effect happen when I was on a purely fruit diet. I had no allergies at all. Nothing. I didn't have pimples or the occasional zit or whatever. Nope, nothing. My skin was smooth. I didn't even need to use lotions or oils or anything. So I mean, so I can understand how just drinking that naked juice could help with my immune system to make me immune to all these allergens that are around. So yeah, that's a heads up if you guys want to make a note of that, mental or a physical note of that for your health. Uh, I believe sincerely that we've been putting so much into our digestive system that our digestive system is compromised, and therefore our immune system is compromised. So it makes us more vulnerable during the allergy season, the cold and flu season. If our immune system is uh, is damaged, So there's ways of repairing it. It's not too late. This morning I was watching this video, and it's basically like the teachings of Thoth, the Egyptian god, and they were talking about in the video about hydration, how water is not hydrating people anymore. It's not rehydrating people anymore. What is, and he was talking about certain movements like moving your body but clenching until it starts to shake and then releasing. And what it does, because like they were explaining how the body is like a sponge. When it dries up, it's hard for it to be rehydrated when it's really really dry and old, and that's what happens to us as we age. So we should not be aging because we're this isn't old age. What it is dehydration. It's dehydration, because I've noticed how no matter how much lotion I put on my hands, they're still gonna get dry. You know what I mean? It's from the inside, it's not the outside. And I've talked about that before in a lot of my free from dreadlock videos that I have up here. If you want to check those out, um, I talk about how your hair is not going to grow unless you're putting healthy things on the inside. I mean, it may grow, but it may not grow healthy and strong. I mean, these on my head are very strong. See that? I can pull at it. So, yeah, what you put in your body is very important. And I know a lot of you've heard that ever since you were a kid. Like, and there's that whole, expression, you are what you eat. And that's true. Like I said, and I like to reflect back to the days when I was a fruitarian. Every time I ate the fruit, I felt like I was one with the fruit because it read me and knew what I needed as far as medicine. And I feel like that's the same with cannabis as well. Um, by the way, my cannabis channel, if you didn't know, the Protective Cannabis Connoisseur, was removed from YouTube. So if you're wondering where it is, that's the answer. I even did a short video under my shorts on this channel, and I talk about that a little bit. So yeah, but yeah, herbs, vitamins, minerals, movement, being out in nature. There's so many things that keeps this body of ours staying young and vibrant. And I've always believed that. I always believed that as you age, you don't have to have a gazillion wrinkles on your face and all the characteristic features that people think of when they think of people getting old. You know, I do have some signs of it, like this eye is I got a little bit of a bag under my eye. When I smile a little bit, like lines a little bit. But I think I'm doing good. I think I'm doing pretty good considering, you know what I mean? I think I'm doing pretty good. Yeah, I just recolored my locks, and I recolored my locks, and I also retwisted them as well, and they're going in really fast. Fast and furious. We got the hitchhikers, doing the hitchhike, standing up on top. But yeah, I'm doing really good with my lock journey. I retwisted them, and I feel like I'm gonna keep retwisting my locks each time I wash them and color them. I decided to start washing and coloring my hair once a month instead of once a week. First of all, that's a lot more damaging, and because I will like bleach. See, the roots I didn't bleach all the way, but you can see, but good enough. The roots are kind of like an orange, a medium orange color, and then the hair is pink. But yeah, I think that doing it once a month is better. And for me, I was trying to do it like once a week because I thought that maybe my hair needed to be cleansed more, but that's not the case. I noticed that now that I'm implementing different um, treatments to my hair, I don't need to wash it like once a week. And actually, if I now at this point, if I wash it once a week, my hair becomes too dry. My scalp becomes too dry. Yeah, and I've been using grapeseed oil on my hair, and I have been using Vaseline on my scalp. I know some people are like, "Oh my God, Vaseline." Yeah, that's what I've been using. Otherwise, if I don't use that on I'll put that on my scalp, right? And I do that like once a week, and just to keep down the dryness. And I think a lot of the dryness on my scalp comes from me being dehydrated. Back to that video I was talking about dehydration, how a lot of people can't feel hydrated from just drinking water because we have to. They're talking about this exercise where you clench up your muscles like until they shake and then release, and it's like squeezing a sponge, getting that fluid, moving through your body. And instead of your bones becoming brittle and dry and breaking and being frail. So it was a really good video. I'll remember to link it, put it in the description below. So if you want to check it out, I like that channel. It's the Egyptian teachings of thought, and it's really been good and helpful for me watching that, because I've always felt like that. I've always felt like the human body here isn't supposed to be, you know, degrading or breaking down as easily as it has been. And a lot of it too, not so much. I think the dehydration gets worse when we're pushing ourselves past our limits. Working these jobs, you know, that are just killing us mentally and physically. And I've talked about this on several other videos here. You can look at my YouTube playlist for, I think it's called Spirituality Talk, so where I talk about things like that. There's so much that it takes to make the human body function in a healthy way. And some people get to the point where they're like, okay, this is good enough. I'll accept that, I'm going to be in a wheelchair for the rest of my life. I mean, when I feel like we can be regenerated to the point where we can, we are able to, funnily enough, grow our own limbs back. I was reading this literature, this book by the Palladians. It was channeled through Barbara Marciniak, and she talked about how if you're able to go to the first dimension, then you're able to heal like a salamander is able to grow back a leg when he loses a leg. So if you haven't read any of the Barbara Marciniak books, feel free to check them out. Look up, because she has a lot of great information she's channeling through from the Palladians, which is alien race. The people, a lot of people know about by now, um, who are in who have been consistently studying metaphysics and life beyond Earth. So at this point, most people believe that there are extraterrestrials, people from other planets. Some people still don't believe that. Some people feel like we're the only race of beings that exists in this universe. And I really don't believe that that's true. I don't. I don't believe wholeheartedly that that's true. And I get a lot of confirmation with what I believe about this through the dream world, and that's why I even encourage you guys to really seriously listen to your dreams. If you don't listen to your dreams, then what's the point of dreaming? What's the point of dreaming if you don't listen to your dreams? Your dreams are not just a bunch of, psychobabble and random symbolic stuff and weird stuff. Because a lot of people, when they talk about their dreams, they talk about them in a really comical way, like they don't realize that this is such a profound message that's being sent to them. They just don't see that. They just like, oh God, I don't know why I was running naked in a public library. It's crazy. But there's something deep within that, why you dreamt of that. And the thing is I realized a long time ago that a lot of us aren't meant to learn all of these things, all these spiritual helpers out there. A lot of people come on this planet not to be able to learn all this stuff because they're not at that level. And it doesn't mean anything insulting, it's just that they're not at that level, that a more base level, a survival level of having to put food on the table, pay the bills, and all that. Yes, that's important. But if you have the foundation of spirituality, of knowing why you're on this planet in the first place, and doing these exercises that of a spiritual nature, like meditation, yoga, exercise, walking, running, biking, all of these things help to, you to recover why you were here in the first place, why you came here in the first place, why you decided to come here in the first place. You know what I mean? Like there, I just thought about like how when I used to watch the Cosby Show back in the day, I would hear Bill Cosby's character say, which his name is Bill Cosby in the show. How redundant. Um, I brought you into this world and I could take you out, and that